The Gospel, the good news of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Good morning to one and all. Last Sunday was Father's Day. And somebody said, and the rest of the year is Mother's Day. Today, the 23rd of June, 2020, if I am not mistaken, is our 98th day of captivity. ECQ, GCQ, MCQ, called quarantine lockdown. The update tally, we have now confirmed more than 30,000 victims of COVID-19 in the Philippines, with a little more than 1,000 who have died because of COVID-19. The good news is you and I are still alive today. But the not so good news, we all are affected by a pandemic virus called fear. My favorite author, Dr. Anonymous, said, we are sailing on a rough sea called uncertainty. Kaya matira ang matibay, kanya-kanyang diskarte to survive meaningfully. We know it is a temporary state. Nonetheless, we are affected by this pandemic. Sa Tagalog ay pandemonyo. I have a simple question for you to begin our reflection today. What did the candle say to the electric bulb? Sabi ni candle, buti ka pa, hindi ka na burn out katulad ko. And the electric bulb smiled and said, oo nga, kaso naba-brown out naman. Hehehe. According to the latest survey, about 8 out of 10 Filipinos are experiencing brownout. It could be emotional. It could be real fear for life. Somehow, apektado tayong lahat. Our reflection today centers on what Jesus said in the gospel proclaimed about the narrow gate. It's better known as the road less traveled. It is called discipleship. And Jesus invites us to go through the narrow gate. It is not easy, full of struggles, but made possible by God's grace. To complement our reflection for today, allow me to share an experience of a Franciscan friar, Father Casey Cole, a relevant sharing. Quote, I was in a seminary class for a few years now, and one day, one of our professors broke from his lesson to give us a wake-up call. I remember clearly what he said. Do not become a priest. We do not need you. And it shocked us all to say the least. Then Father Casey continued, "Gentlemen, if by this time you are about ready to be ordained as a priest and still do not have the strong prayer life, if Jesus, the divine word, is not the foundation of your special vocation, I ask you to leave the seminary. We do not need you. We have enough sad and bad priests who do not pray. They live by human values and lead people astray. Unless you are completely devoted to being men of prayer, we beg you, please find another profession." It was awesome. I can feel the chill throughout the room. A just ordeal of silence. Father Casey was this normally jovial priest, always with a smile on his face. And now, what a change, giving us a shocking but needed to be heard sermon. We do not need you. So, for instance, if you think that being a priest is a defined job in which you clock in and clock out, turning off your cell phone, ignoring the need of the sheep because it is siesta time, or your day off, or simply inconvenient for you, we do not need you. We already have priests like that. Today, what we need are men that are deeply committed to the mission of Christ, concerned of their flock. We need priests who are true partners, who can make sacrifices and attend to the needs of their parishioners, of the sheep, because they love them. Similarly, if you think that you as a priest are the harbinger of God's grace, the gatekeeper and protector of the sacraments, but always looking for flaws in your parishioners and concerned more of rules with the rules and regulations more than mercy and grace, we do not need you. Already we have enough priests like that. Today we need men of the cloak who understand that they themselves are sinners. That they also rely on the same grace as everyone else. And so minister from their brokenness. We need priests who see themselves as reconcilers, not persecutors, who will go out of their way to bring people back to God. The Holy Mother Church needs priests men who are willing instruments, not saviors, servants, humble servants, not kings. Priests fashioned after the compassionate heart of Jesus, the Good Shepherd. What a timely and relevant reminder for us. Jesus, Good Shepherd of our souls, bless your church with holy priests. Amen. Let us rise